Hari Om. Let us chant from verses 1 to 10 of chapter 5. Arjuna uvacha sannyasam karmanam Krishna punaryogam cha shamsasi yachreyayetayorekam tanme bruhi sunishchitam. Shri Bhagavan uvacha sannyasa karma yogascha nishreyasa karavubhau tayostu karma sannyasat karma yogo vishishyate nyeyasa nitya sannyasi yo nadveshti na kankshati nirdvandho hi mahabaho sukham bandhat pramuchyate sankhya yoga prathak balaha pravadanti na panditaha yekamapyastitha samyak ubhayor vindate phalam yasankhya prapyate sthanam tadyogairapi gamyate ekam sankyam cha yogam cha yah pashyati sapashyati sannyasastu mahabaho dukkhamaptumayogataha yoga yukto munir brahma nachirenadhigacchati yoga yukto vishuddhatma vijitatma jitendriyaha sarva bhutatma bhutatma kurvannapi na lipyate naiva kinchit karomiti yukto manyeta tattvavid pashyan shrinvan sprishan jigran ashnan gachan swapan shvasan pralapan visrijan grihnan unmishan nimishan napi indriyanindriyartheshu vartanta iti dharayan brahmanyadhaya karmani sangam tyakva karoti yaha lipyate na sapapena padma patramivambhasa.
Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu Mavid Vishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Chapter 5. Arjuna's question. The thought process of Arjuna is as follows. The thought process of Arjuna is like this. He's saying, Krishna, first, you have given two mutually contradictory messages. What did I ask you? Tell me. This is the thought process. What did I ask you, Krishna? Tell me clearly what I should do. Should I take up to knowledge or do I take up to action? And you are giving two mutually contradictory messages. Number one. Second is they cannot be simultaneously practiced. First is you are giving me two mutually contradictory messages. Number two, it cannot be simultaneously practiced. Neither are you saying sequentially practice. You are giving contradictory messages. One person cannot practice both simultaneously. See, what is contradictory message means? Sit and run. Sit and run. Now, either you can sit or you can run. Or at one point of time you can sit, at another point of time you can run. Then you can ask, when should I sit? When should I run? But then you are not saying any of that. So you are giving mutually contradictory messages which cannot be simultaneously practiced, nor are you saying the sequence in which it has to be practiced. Therefore, Krishna, I am forced to choose one. Therefore, I am forced to choose one. And obviously, if I have to make a choice, I will always ask. Obviously, if I have to make a choice, what will I ask? What is better? Which is better? You confuse me so much, and I ask a perfect question. You are pouncing on me and making me look like one non-understanding person. If I have to choose, I will ask for the better one, and I wouldn't want to implement or I wouldn't follow that which is inferior. These are all the thoughts. This is all Arjuna's mind. These are all the guesswork we are doing based on the question. Based on the question of Arjuna, these are all the guesswork that we are doing and assuming. This is the difficulty that Arjuna is having. Therefore, the question that he asked is, Sanyasam karmanam Krishna punaryogam cha samsashi yachreya yetayorekam tanme bruhi sunischitam. Tell me conclusively. You are saying there are two. Second is, you are not saying what comes first, what comes second. Sunday class la avarenno sollinu irukkarar. Where are you saying what comes first, what comes second? Where are you saying that, Krishna? Why can't you be very tanme bruhi sunischitam? Are you able to follow what he is saying? Tanme bruhi sunischitam means, why can't you tell me precisely, clearly? Should I take up this path or should I take up that path? Technically, what he is asking is, we have discussed it sometime before, the means and the ends. Carefully follow. Means and the ends. Now, you can have a choice between the means. You can have a choice between the ends. Amongst the means, you can have a choice. Amongst the ends also, you can have a choice. But there cannot be a choice between the means and the ends. This is slightly technical. I want to go to the temple. Which road should I take? Do I take a left or do I take a right? If I take a left, it's faster. If I take the right, it is circular. So, means there is a choice. In the end also you can have a choice. What is the choice you can have amongst the end? Should I go to the temple or not? So, separately there is a choice over the means. Separately there is a choice over the ends. But there cannot be a choice between the means and the end. If it is very confusing, forget it, don't worry. You can have a separate, having chosen an end, you have no, having chosen an end, you have no choice over the means. I want to study medicine. You have to write. You have no choice over the means. You have to write NEET exam. Having chosen the end, you don't have a choice over the means. Wanting to study engineering, I have to go to engineering school. There is no choice there. You can't say, I want to study engineering. What are all the choices I have? Medical college or MOP Vaishnav or Anna University. Question itself is absurd, because you want to study engineering, the end is clear, the means are also clear. So the end, amongst the end separately, you can separately talk about the ends and choose. Having chosen the end, there is no choice you have over the means. There is no. Arjuna is saying the end is Shreyas. Look at Arjuna's problem, which is our problem also. Carefully follow. Arjuna is asking, the end is clear. What is the end? Shreyas is the end. What is the means? Karma or sannyasa? Karma or sannyasa. The end is very clear. What is the end? Shreyas. Yet etayorekam. I want Shreyas. Shreyas means not material welfare. Shreyas doesn't mean emotional welfare. Shreyas doesn't mean intellectual welfare. Shreyas means moksha. Shreyas doesn't mean a combination of emotional, material, intellectual welfare. Shreyas doesn't mean that also. Also, Shreyas doesn't mean material, physical, emotional, intellectual, spiritual welfare. All put together is Shreyas. That is also not Shreyas. Shreyas means what? The word Shreyas we have seen any number of times. There are two paths. The path of the good and the path of the pleasant. The word Shreyas nale you have to refer to Kathopanishad. Or word or pramanam you should keep. Whenever you hear the word Shreyas, you should immediately connect it to Shreyas or prayers. The question that Nachiketas asked, meaning the path of the good and the path of the pleasant. Path of the good cannot lead to the path of the pleasant cannot lead to the path of the good, because there are two. So what is Shreyas means? Shreyas means moksha, the end. Tell me that which gives me Shreyas. For that, what is the means? In the means, do I have a choice? The end is clear. These are the means. In the means, do I have a choice? Are you able to follow how people are making a fallacy in their thinking? Everybody believes that there is a choice in the means. That is why they say, can I do yoga? Can I do pranayama? Can I do meditation? Can I do nama sankirtana? Can I do nama japa? Can I come and sit in Vedanta class? of all these various means, which is the best? And we also think, what a wonderful, logical, well thought of question, and all will lead to question. The question has no meaning. Answer that people give, all will lead to the same goal, also has no meaning. Krishna is going to answer all that again. Are you able to follow? Why we are saying all this is because Arjuna is not asking an invalid question. If he is asking an invalid question, the Guru is not going to answer an invalid question. The question that he is asking is very, very valid, but there is a difference in the question, that what he asked in the beginning of chapter 3 and what he is asking now, because Arjuna inside is changing. Even though the words seem to be the same, Arjuna inside as a person is changing. How do you justify all these stories that we give? How do we justify all these interpretations we give? The answer that Krishna gives, justifies this interpretation. Just as Sita Prajnasya ka bhasha Sitadir Muniruchyate Sitadi Kim Prabhasheta Kimasita Vrajeta Kim. Arjuna in verse number 54, chapter 2, asks this question. How does he walk? How does he sit? How does he talk? Literal words is, how does he walk? Will he have a particular style of walking? How does he talk? Oh, he will talk only in Sanskrit. Puriyada Madhuri will he keep talking? How does he sit? Only in Siddhasana posture he will sit. He will not, if you give a sofa, he will not sit on the sofa. The question is, how does he sit? How does he walk? How does he talk? And then we gave an interpretation to what does this walk, sit, talk means. Now, that interpretation is justified based on the answers that Krishna gave in 56, 57, 58. Are you able to follow? I'm not going into the details. Same methodology right through before. Arjuna asked a question, and that question is a meaningful question, and the question is meaningful because by the methodology, by the way in which Krishna is answering. Are you able to follow? The end is Shreyas, very many means. Of the very many means, what should I choose? What is the end? Shreyas is the means. Shreyas is the end. The means are many. What are the means? Should I do yoga? Should I do pranayama? Should I do nama japa? Should I do nama sankirtana? Do I do pilgrimage visits? Or do I come and sit in a Vedanta class? Of all this, what is better? One person will come and say, what I am saying is better. And then you will find the liberal person. The most confused person is the liberal person, who will come and say, make a chivda of everything and practice. Do little bit of this, do little bit of this, do little bit of this. All this indicates a lack of clarity, lack of understanding. Are you able to follow? Now, Krishna is going to give the answer. So I spoke about Arjuna's question, which I spoke in the last class also. I thought episode 2 episode 1 recap gurtha, it is easy to follow, no? Yeah, episode 2 is the answer. Episode 1 we spoke in last week. This is Arjuna's question. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Now comes the answer. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Sannyasa karma yogascha nishreya sakarabhau tayostu karma sannyasat karma yogo visishyate. Sannyasa karma yogascha nishreya sakaravubhav tayostu karma sannyasat karma yogo visishyate. The Blessed Lord said, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha, the Blessed Lord Uvacha said, both renunciation and yoga of action lead to supreme bliss. Both lead to supreme bliss. But of the two, yoga of action is superior to renunciation of action. All the beautiful interpretation, Arjuna's mind, Allah sonnadalla, it's all you are blabbering in the answer. Are able to follow? All the kekkumbodhu nalla irundhu sir. What all you said was so nice to hear and all that. But Krishna has said you are only, all that was blabbering. Why? Both renunciation and yoga of action lead to supreme bliss. Yeah, you need to understand it. I'll explain. Of the two, two means but nale contradiction to the previous. I agree with what you say, but I'm going to disagree. I accept what you say, and abdinna I'm following nartham. I understand what you say, but abdinna I'm going to contradict. So, but of the two, what of the two? Karma or sannyasa? Of the two, yoga of action is superior to renunciation of action. Onnum puriyala. Yeah. All the interpretation of everything that we gave about Arjuna's thing and question and all that, Krishna in the verse, maybe I should have studied the verses before and come for the class. I studied the verses before and come for the class, and I wouldn't have this problem. Now, now I have to justify what I said before, and we have to explain what Krishna is saying. So in the bargain, what is the only way to escape? Confuse you all completely. Yeah. Confuse you all completely, so that at least the basic concepts of action and renunciation. Action is a physical expression of the gross personality. Sannyasa is a mature state of the subtle personality. Again, action is a physical expression of the gross personality. Sannyasa is the mature expression of the subtle personality. Then, how can action be superior to? How can then action be superior to renunciation? Second, are you able to follow? Second is renunciation an action, or is renunciation an attitude? Is renunciation an action, or is renunciation an attitude? When it comes to action, you will never have the problem. Is action and attitude are doing? Will you ask that? Are you able to follow the question? Is action an attitude or is action doing? Action means doing. There is no attitude there. Action means doing. Is renunciation an action or is renunciation an attitude? Huh? Since we have spoken about action here, we have to conclude that renunciation becomes the attitude with which you act. Renunciation becomes the attitude with which you act. This is both leading to, now I'm explaining I'm going from the basic concepts and then go into the particular two statements of Krishna in this chapter. Karma Yoga becomes the sadhana, renunciation becomes the end. Karma Yoga is the sadhana, renunciation is the end. Renunciation is the sadhana, moksha is the end. Sequence. Karma Yoga is the sadhana, renunciation is the end. Now renunciation itself becomes the sadhana and moksha becomes the end. Are you able to follow? Now here comes, carefully follow. If renunciation is the sadhana, means a mature sadhana means action. So a mature person, a sannyasi is also acting. A sannyasi also has to do a type of action. So karma yoga, a karma yogi practicing karma yoga also does a type of action. A sannyasi also does action. If you understand this, it becomes easy to understand what he is saying. A sannyasi is not the non-do. Sannyasi is not zero action. There is a difference in the action. When I say difference, means not in terms of inferior and superior. Okay, to take an example from the ashramas. Ashramas means grihastha ashrama and sannyasa ashrama. Just as the grihastha has karmas to do, sannyasi also has karmas to do. It means both are into action. Then what is the difference? At one stage, you do action for chitta shuddhi, internal purification. At another stage, your action is only for moksha. You cannot practice both together. You cannot practice chitta shuddhi action and moksha action together. For only a person with chitta shuddhi can perform action for moksha. It means what? It means you have to perform. It means if you are at the initial stage, you have to perform karma yoga. And once you have matured, then you have to do action, which the sannyasi also have to do. That's why I'm giving an example. That is where what does the sannyasi do? Sannyasi also has a set of schedule. You know that, no? From morning till night. Just as only a self-realized person is free. Yeah? Understand the difference. That's the topic. Yogi, sannyasi, jnani. Only a self-realized person is free. Yogi also has a set of schedule. Sannyasi also has a set of schedule. It means both performs a set of action. Then what is the difference? Both have to perform sets of action, but when you are doing in the level of the yogi, you are different. When you are performing, when you are doing some action after becoming a sannyasi, you are different. Are you able to follow? You are different. But nevertheless, action as such doesn't stop. Action as such doesn't stop. If you understand this, you will be enthused to do. You will be motivated to do action. Otherwise, we always have a frustration about action. Are you able to follow? First is what? Action is a physical expression. Renunciation is a mature state. So, a karma yogi also has to perform a set of actions. A sannyasi also has to perform a set of actions. Once you become a jnani, you are free. But what we have misunderstood is sannyasi itself means jnani, free. Are you able to follow where we are misunderstanding? We have misunderstood sannyasi itself means he is free, he is a jnani. He says, no. Sannyasi also has to perform karma. What is the karma that he will do? If karma yogi does action for loka sangraha, if karma yogi does action for loka sangraha, sannyasi does action nididhyasanam, self-realization. But both are in action. You cannot avoid action. Are you okay till now? When the seeker is not at all towards the spiritual path, he is called a grihastha. He is not at all inclined towards the spiritual path. He is called a grihastha. Grihastha means householder. He is called a grihastha. And what does the grihastha do? Works hard, righteously, performs lot of sacrifice, but all that is done for whom? For whom all this is done? Only for the sake of the family. So from a grihastha, you mature into a karma yogi. From a grihastha, you mature into a karma yogi. What is karma yogi now? Performing actions for the loka sangraha. Loka sangraha means a positive contribution to the welfare of the world. What is the positive contribution to the welfare of the world? Dravya yajna, tapo yajna, yoga yajna. What is positive contribution to the welfare of the world? What I should do, sir? Because we have already covered that. What is it? Dravya yajna, tapo yajna, yoga yajna. All this you can do, which is for the welfare of the world. Once you do all this and you have matured, what do you become? Once you have done all this and you have become matured, only Swadhyaya. Only Swadhyaya. And a sannyasi does only Swadhyaya. For example, if the grahastha has to say Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, or Om Namah Shivaya, or Om Namo Narayanaya, or Allahu Akbar, whatever the grahastha has to say, what does the sannyasi say? What does the sannyasi say? I am Atma Brahma. I am Atma Brahma. I am Atma Brahma is what the is the if a grihastha has to chant something, sannyasi also has to chant something. Are you able to follow? If grihastha walks around with something, sannyasi has to walk around with his danda. That's why you always see the sannyasi walking around with the stick. No, he also has to carry something. If he does something, he also does something else. But then, what is the difference? What is the difference? The sadhana sadhya, the means and the end keeps changing. When we say keeps changing, means turns subtler and subtler. From a ordinary householder to yogi, yogi to sannyasi, sannyasi to jnani. Are you able to follow? From a householder to yogi, from yogi to sannyasi, sannyasi to jnani. In this, you cannot practice all of this simultaneously. You need to grow. You cannot practice little bit of this, little bit of this, little bit. You need to go grow. You need to go in stages, which he has already explained. Jnana yogena sankhyanam karma yogena lokesmin dvivida nishta pura prokta mayanaga jnana yogena sankhyanam karma yogena yoginam. When we did that, we spent considerable time explaining that word nishta. Nishta means the path. Path means if you are in that level, you need to do this. If you are this, you need to do that. It is very clearly established. Are you able to follow? Where is the graduation of yogi, sannyasi, jnani? Jnana yogena sankyanam karma yogena yoginame quote pannindirukelle. Where is Krishna talking about the gradual reference of yogi, sannyasi, jnani? Chapter 2, verses 51, 52, 53. Reverse la point irukonum. That is why I said when we did chapter 2, I said remember these chapters, because wherever in later when we have a difficulty in understanding, we will refer to this. Where does he spoke about the grades? He spoke about the grades in the verses yoga karmasu kaushalam samatvam yoga uchyate. He said 48 and 50. So 51, 52, 53, he spoke about the gradations there. When he spoke about the gradations, Arjuna was not in a position to understand. But then when he concluded, he said, what is the conclusion? Running is best, Arjuna, but I recommend you to sit. Running is best, but I recommend you to sit. Abdina Arjuna woke up and said, what are you asking me to do? If that is the best, you should ask me to do. That. Are you able to follow? So What is that? From a grihastha to a yogi, karma yogi. Yogi means karma yogi. From karma yogi to a sannyasi. Sannyasi means a person who has developed this vairagya. A person who has developed this vairagya also have to do a series of karmas, and doing that takes him to what do you say? Doing that takes him to yoga. Sorry, jnani. Just 3 words. Yogi, sannyasi, jnani is 3 words. Don't worry about the words. It is about the growth. It is about the stages in which a human being needs to grow. Are you okay till now? Now only I am getting into the verse. Now the verse. Both renunciation and action leads to supreme bliss. Both renunciation and action, sannyasa karma yogascha nishreya shakara vibhav, both leads to supreme bliss. How both leads to supreme bliss? When you do karma yoga, what is karma yoga? Yajna karma. What does karma yoga means? Yajna karma. And what is yajna karma? Renunciation is an effect of selfless actions for a higher cause. Renunciation follows right action. Now, the very fact that karma yoga matures you to a sannyasa means it is a positive step towards bliss. Passing 10th standard is also important, and 12th standard is also important. Both are important, but one leads to the, not but. I'm using the word but in a very, very loose way. When since we are doing a very, very hair splitting analysis, yeah, hair splitting illa, hair pulling analysis, yeah, hair splitting nu solla kudadu, hair pulling analysis. Ganesh told me, sir, adunala dhaan you shave and come for the class, he said. Irundha dhaan you have to hair pulling analysis when you do, not hair splitting. Mandai pichikra analysis, mudi pichikra analysis. When you are doing, you have to use the words very, very, very clearly. So, karma yoga also leads to supreme bliss. How does karma yoga leads to supreme bliss? It takes you to the bliss of sannyasa. Karma yoga leads to the bliss of sannyasa. The bliss of sannyasa leads you to the bliss of moksha. So, karma yoga also leads you to yoga of action, lead to supreme bliss. Renunciation also lead to supreme bliss. The catch here is, he is not saying independently they lead you to bliss. You should not read it like that. Are you able to follow? Independently, it will not lead you to bliss. It, by leading one to the other, it is leading you to supreme bliss. It is easy to explain. Then comes the second statement. That's the complication. Then the second statement. What is the second statement? Yoga of action is superior to renunciation. Yoga of action is superior to renunciation. Where all along he has been saying renunciation is superior to action. Here you find Krishna psychologically dealing with Arjuna. The child when it is studying for 10th exams, it is sitting and worrying about job placement after I finish the degree. The child is writing the 10th board exams. It is worried about the job placement after the degree. What would you tell that child? What would you tell that child? Huh? What would you tell the child? No, no, no. Your thinking is very correct. Let us worry about that. That is the best thing. Will you say all that? What would you say? Board exams is the best. Board exams is the best. Where it will lead to? Board exams is the best. Focus on this. Focus on this. Try to evolve from where you are. Try to evolve from where you are. When you try to evolve from where you are, you will not get greedy to grow. If you try to evolve from where you are, you will not get greedy to grow. Only if you start from a different stages, you think. After listening to a few classes, people think Vairagya, renunciation and all is very practical. Straight away it can be gotten. No. Detachment can. Oh, detachment is only an attitude. No, sir. Yes. And I will develop that attitude. Okay? You have to develop that attitude. You have to go back and do karma yoga. That is for inferior people, not for me. For I will straight away develop the attitude. Are you able to follow? So here the second statement of the two, yoga of action is superior to renunciation of action, is a specific limited advice to the current condition of Arjuna. When you study, you need to know both. Where he is talking the eternal dharma, and where he is giving a specific advice to Arjuna. When he is giving a specific advice to Arjuna, it will not be contradictory to the principle, but it would satisfy the needs of Arjuna. And why Arjuna's needs has to be satisfied? If that need is not satisfied, he can never mature into a sannyasi. If you don't mature into a sannyasi, you can never become a jnani. Are you able to follow? You can never become a jnani. Therefore, he says, Arjuna, of the two, yoga of action is superior. Of the two, yoga of action is superior. This one particular statement, all that he built up in chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, and all that he has completely contradicted. Appude he has turned it upside down. Now you have a very good reason to really get confused with Krishna. You also feel like telling Krishna, tell me clearly, whether you know the answer or not. Before giving me the answer, tell me very clearly, do you know the answer? So first thing is, it's not a simultaneous practice, it is a, are you able to follow now? It is not a simultaneous practice, it is sequential. It is sequential, not simultaneous. Sadhana means sequence. That is why we say the Sanskrit word we use is krama. Krama means order, sequence. When you write a program, there has to be a sequence, no? Then only if there is a sequence, it will take you to the desired end. You can't mix up. It has to be a krama. Krama means sequence. What is the sequence? First is the mind has to be cleaned up. The mind has to be cleaned up first. Nobody wants to agree to the first stage. Nobody wants to say, my mind needs cleansing. They say, I am already clean. The other person is unclean. Avangala eppadi clean pannu? Teach me that. I am already clean, sir. Mother-in-law is not clean. Teach me how to clean the mother-in-law. Are you able to follow? I am clean. Don't talk about cleanliness to me. Why? Because I am clean already. Are you able to follow? So, first lesson is what? Your mind needs cleansing. Why the mind needs cleansing? Because it is the emotions rise without your permission. When emotions arise without your permission and you act on those emotions, your mind needs cleansing. Are you able to follow? Emotions arise all by itself and you act on those emotions without any control whatsoever. It means your mind needs cleansing. Are you able to follow? Now, do you choose to get angry or anger happens? If anger is happening now, your mind needs cleansing. If you choose to get angry now, if you can choose to get angry now, you have become a sannyasi in artha. That's all. You don't choose. It just happens. Are you able to follow? It happens. It just happened. None of the positive emotions is your happening. Negative emotions is also not happening. That's why I say anger happens, love happens, everything happens. And what do you do? And who are you? You are a victim of those happenings. You are a victim of those happenings. It means your mind needs cleansing. Are you able to follow? Your mind needs cleansing. What leads to these agitations and happenings? What causes these? Life predominantly led for acquiring artha kama. Artha kama is the destination of life. Is what is the destination of life for most? Artha means wealth. Kama means fulfilling desires. So acquire wealth and fulfill desires. Acquire wealth and fulfill desires is the end. If this is the end, what is the consequence of this end? you will have a mind full of mala. Mind full of mala. What is the mala? Mala means English சொன்னா ரொம்ப கஷ்டமா இருக்குமே. I'm using a Sanskrit word. Mind full of mala. அதே English சொல்லணும்னா you will end up having a dirty mind. You will end up having a dirty mind. Dirty mind means agitated mind. What is the agitations? When Krodha, Lobha, Mada, Matsarya, Bhaya. Carefully follow. Krodha, Lobha, Mada, Matsarya, Bhaya arises by itself, and you have no say on it except becoming a victim of it. You have no say on it. You become a victim of it. It means your mind needs cleansing. So what do? You do karma yoga. This is called extroverted mind. Are you able to follow? What does extroverted mind means? Chasing artha and kama, wealth and fulfillment of desires, as a result of which it gets agitated. What? That is a grihastha. He is a grihastha. Grihastha means householder. Householder na any one of us. Any one of us. Clear? From here, you become a karma yogi. To that person, what would you say? Don't worry about sannyasa, don't worry about moksha and all. What is superior to a grihastha at this level? What is the most relevant practical advice? Do karma yoga. Do karma yoga. To whom? To a agitated person, to a grihastha. The most advice, the best advice that you can give is practice karma yoga. And what is practicing karma yoga means? Whatever be it. Practice karma yoga. Are you okay till now? Practice karma yoga. For a person who is practicing karma yoga as a sadhana, for a person who started practicing karma yoga as a sadhana, somewhere down the line got mixed up, got involved, to him, advices to him, what will be told? Involvement in karma yoga is as involved in anything, is as involved anything else. Therefore, drop this and mature into a sannyasa. So in the first stage, it will be more of action oriented life. In the second stage, it will be more of enquiry oriented. Enquiry oriented na Vedanta vichara. Action oriented na karma yoga. Are you able to follow? So from a grihastha who is already into action, convert it into karma yoga, and that karma yoga mature into a vicharam. What is vicharam? Vedanta vicharam. That is why the orthodox school says Mahavakyas will be taught only to the sannyasis. Mahavakya will be taught to a person who has taken, just as you take up grihastha ashrama, you take up to the sannyasa, and you will be initiated into the vicharam. What is the vicharam? Tat tvam asi. Tat means this, tvam means that, asi means this. I am Atma, Brahma, the pravritti, the nivritti, whatever be it, whatever be those parts. When he says it is superior, karma yoga is superior to jnana yoga, karma yoga is superior to jnana yoga, it means he is giving a very specific advice to It means he is giving a very specific advice to Arjuna. How you understand that? The next three verses is going to change. The next three verses is going to change the tune. Are you able to follow? So what are the two things he is saying? Karma yoga and sannyasa yoga. Sannyasa yoga means what you should understand as sannyasa yoga. What you should understand as karma yoga. The attitude behind the action is karma yoga means the attitude behind the action is welfare of the world. Sannyasi, attitude behind the action. What is the attitude of the sannyasi behind the action? What is the attitude of the sannyasi behind the action? One word. One word. What is the attitude of the sannyasi behind the action? One word. And the word vandurtuna, it becomes easy to follow. Kartrutva. Kartrutva. I am not the sannyasi. Sannyasi, who is a sannyasi? The bank cashier is the sannyasi. Are you able to follow? Sannyasi na bank cashier. He is counting bundles and bundles and bundles. As he is counting bundles and bundles and bundles, when you are on the other side of the counter looking at the cashier, you may envy, no? Oh, what a thing. But then he understands that, Venkat, correct? One paper that fellow will be, even if he takes one paper out of that bundle, that fellow will be put in job default. Straight he will be put in prison. Are you able to follow? So who is a sannyas? What is the attitude of the karma yogi behind the action? The attitude of the karma yogi behind the action is lokasangraha. Welfare of the world, welfare of the world, welfare of the world is the attitude of the karma yogi behind the action. What is the attitude of the sannyasi behind the action? No kartrutva. I am not the doer. Moksha is the end for both. Even karma yogi also has moksha as the end. Sannyasi also has moksha as the end. But the attitude behind the action differs for both. What is the, are you able to follow now? Is it clear? I'm explaining it in this way because it becomes clear to understand specifically what is karma yoga, specifically what is action in sannyasa yoga. What is action in sannyasa yoga? What is the attitude? Attitude is no kartrutva. You can call it as no kartrutva. You can call it as sakshi bhava. You can call it as no kartrutva. You can call it as sakshi bhava. You can call it as anything. But the beauty of it is in karma yoga, the attitude is welfare. In sannyasi, attitude behind the action is I am not the doer. That is why in karma yoga itself, people ask, doership, how to get rid of the doership? How to get rid of the doership? Are you able to follow? A karma yogi should not ask about getting rid of kartrutva. A karma yogi should ask about from artha kama to loka sangraha. Are you able to follow? From Artha Kama to Loka Sangraha to no Kartrutva to Moksha, liberation. Are you able to follow? But what we do is, as we are practicing Karma Yoga itself, we want to become a, even before we practice Karma Yoga, we want to become a sannyasi practicing Karma Yoga. What you have not understood is Karma Yoga, a sannyasi attitude behind action is not Karma Yoga. Sannyasi attitude behind action is Kartrutva Kadaya. That is where Karma Sannyasa. It is not renunciation of action, it is renunciation of Kartrutva. So a sannyasi acts, making an effort to renounce the Kartrutva. Karma Yogi acts, trying to what does the Karma Yogi acts for? Sannyasi acts for renouncing the Kartrutva. What does the Karma Yogi acts for? Positively known as increasing the circle of identification. Passive voice lo solnonna, no more actions for my artha and my kama. Are you able to follow? Karma Yogi says no more actions for my artha and kama. I am pursuing actions for my artha and kama. How to practice Vedanta in that? Yeah. And we all thought Vedanta will help us do that, no? I will pursue artha and kama. While I am pursuing artha and kama, how can I practice? How can I practice Vedantic principle of renunciation? How is it possible? First, you have to increase the circle of identification. Obviously, it means there will be a sense of doership. Obviously, it means a Karma Yogi will have a sense of doership. How he gets rid of the doership? That is where the everyday Shravana Manana keeps reminding him of that. Are you able to follow? How the blueprint is laid out so perfectly. So first a Karma Yogi, from a Grihastha to a Karma Yogi. What is Karma Yogi? I work for Lokakshema. I work for the welfare of the world. Giving up what? Giving up what? What does Karma Yogi give up? Gives up his artha and kama. Okay, if you are not doing Karma Yoga, what kind of actions are you doing? Actions for artha kama. Are you able to follow? Go from that sequence. You will not have a problem at all. Start from artha kama. Don't start straight away from sannyasi and then don't keep moving in the ladder up and down. Go step by step. Who is a grihastha? Working only for his artha kama. Working only to acquire wealth and fulfill his desires. Vedanta is not saying it is wrong. Vedanta says there is a consequence to it. Are you able to follow? Vedanta says artha kama chasing is not wrong. It is not ethically, morally wrong. There is a consequence to it. What is the consequence to it? What is the consequence of artha kama? What is the consequence of artha kama? Dirty mind. Dirty mind na? Agitated mind. Dirty mind na agitated mind. Yeah. Agitated mind looks like an acceptable. No. Dirty mind another, it is not acceptable. So dirty mind. Yeah. Shankaracharya, enlightened masters uses refined words because they are so refined. That agitation garde avangalukku dust. Yeah, namak agitation la is so natural endradhanaala we have to use the word. So I come one step below that and I say it's a dirty mind. So a grihastha way of pursuing artha kama leads only to the consequences of it is dirty mind. Dirty mind means agitated mind. From this you mature. From this you mature. What is the maturity? Give up the attitude of acquiring wealth and fulfilling your desires. You work for the circle of identification. This is Karma Yoga. Are you okay till now? So obviously what will happen in Karma Yoga? You cannot become a perfect sannyasi. So while you are doing Karma Yoga, you can only give up what a Karma Yogi can give up itself is too much. What a Karma Yogi can give up, which itself is too much. What he can give up? His artha and kama. Doership and all he can't give up. For giving up the doership and all is asking. If you tell the Karma Yogi give up doership, the person who's talking has no clue to what he's talking. Because he cannot. So you tell that person give up artha and kama. And then he is fairly established in Karma Yoga. He does Karma Yoga, he is fully established in Karma Yoga. And then what happens? His mind gets dirty at that level. Karma Yogi's mind is dirty at that level. What is the dirt at that level? Doership is the dirt. Doership is the dirt at that level. To him, the advice is sakshi, witness. So many things are said to ensure that kartrutva, he does the action. What kind of action he does now? Lokasangraha actions are continuing. Carefully follow. Sannyasi is also performing actions for the Lokasangraha, but Karma Yogi and Sannyasa Yoga, what is the only difference? Here there is a kartrutva, there will not be a kartrutva. Are you able to follow? When the kartrutva itself drops, what happens? You are fit for meditation. You are fit for meditation. Are you able to follow? You are fit for meditation. Then comes self-realization. Instead of understanding it in this way, instead of understanding the krama, krama means the logical sequence. What comes first, what comes second? You can't put the cart before the horse. Krama means, what is krama means? Horse and the cart. What is krama? Rendu irukudhu, horse irukudhu, cart irukudhu. What is krama? The horse before the cart. Akramanna, you can't put the cart before the horse. You can put the cart before the horse. What will happen? You will keep moving in the opposite direction. Are you able to follow? So krama. What is krama? Krama means from a grihastha chasing artha kama as the be all and end all of life, you start increasing the circle of identification. No more your artha and kama becomes the priority of your life. Grihastha's priority is his artha, his kama. His kama, his family members' kama. Avladha. My child has asked for it, sir. Somehow I have to get it, no? So priority is fulfilling your desires. Priority is fulfilling the desires of yours. As the artha kama, a grihastha. From this you become a karma yogi. What is it? Loka sangraha. Instead of acting only for the desires of yours and the way, you work for the collective welfare. But then what happens? Over a period of time, you do karma yoga. You will no more act for your artha and kama, but your mind will get dirty at that level. What is the dirt at that level? The dirt is, I am the doer. I am the doer. If I am not there, what will happen to all the Sunday classes? What will happen to these people who are so only I have to come and uplift you all? So what will happen? This is kartrutva. This is kartrutva. You na illa na inna avum. Yeah, you. What will happen to Venkatachalam? What will happen to Srikanth? Nothing will happen. They will be better off also. Who knows? Maybe they will be better off. Who knows? This is kartrutva. So a sannyasi acts for the welfare of the world, but what is he giving up? Doership. Yogi, sannyasi, jnani. Are you okay till now? Where is Arjuna in this category? Where do you place Arjuna in this category? Grihastha. Like any one of us. Arjuna is not a karma yogi also. He's like any one of us working only for artha and kama. Are you able to follow? In the category, where does Arjuna belongs to this category? He's a grihastha. So to him, the advice is, do karma yoga. For karma yoga is superior. Are you able to follow now? Do karma yoga. For karma yoga is superior. You are not asked to get enlightened and come back and fight Arjuna. You are not asked to become a enlightened master and come back and fight. Adu in the janmal nadakathu. What you can immediately do now, what Arjuna can do now, he can turn into a karma yogi. Therefore, what he says, of the two, yoga of action is superior to renunciation of action. Of karma or sannyasa, who is a grihastha? Mind which is susceptible for maximum agitations. Sannyasi susceptible for less agitations. Understand the difference between both their minds will get agitated, because sannyasi also has a mind. Sannyasi is not an enlightened person. That I have already clearly established the difference. Are you able to follow? That is why when you see a sannyasi making a mistake, you ask, how can he make a mistake? Obviously that fellow has a mind, he will make a. Obviously that fellow has a mind. Omission and commission will happen. Are you able to follow? The mind, omission and commission will happen, and they tear open that fellow for that. How can you tear open that fellow for that? He also has he is not an enlightened person. Are you able to follow? He is not an enlightened person. Why we have all this difficulty? Why we are so confused? Because we don't understand the krama. Are you able to follow? We don't understand the krama. What is the krama? Starting point of karma yoga is, where are you? Grihastha, householder. And who is a householder means working only to fulfill one's desires and the desires of the family. Correct? This person's nature of this person mind is an agitated mind, susceptible for agitations maximum. He will be more agitated. Are you able to follow? He will be more agitated. From this person needs to purify his mind. How does purification happens? By karma yoga. And what is karma yoga means? Increasing the circle of identification, working for a higher cause and all that. While you do that, what will happen? No more you will work only for your desires, fulfillment of desires of your family. You are working for the welfare of the world, but what will happen? Kartrutva will happen. Not that you don't have kartrutva now. Please understand, it's not that the karma yogi doesn't have kartrutva. Karma yogi cannot penetrate and handle kartrutva. He doesn't have the ability, capacity to penetrate and handle kartrutva. So asking how to get rid of kartrutva, how to get rid of kartrutva, yeah. WhatsApp message after message after message. Kartrutva sir, kartrutva sir. How to handle kartrutva? Ennatha solradhu? You can handle only Artha and Kama. You cannot handle Kartrutva now. Kartrutva will be there. Doership will be there. Are you able to follow? Doership na omission and commission. Doership na omission and commission will be there. And then what happens? You continue that. You mature into a sannyasi. And what is sannyasi? What is he trying to get rid of? He's not trying to get rid of artha kama. Sannyasi, that is why sannyasi doesn't have any artha and kama to get rid of. But what does he have? Kartrutva he has. So he has to get rid of kartrutva. Yeah. Sir, on the artha kama la na abde vechikren. Kartrutva how to get rid of? Are you able to follow? People ask, sir, artha kama don't touch. Artha kama abde vechipanna. If at all teach me how to make it more and more, that is acceptable. Don't touch by artha and kama, but teach me, tell me how to get rid of kartrutva. Are you able to follow? That is not to that person who's asking this question. What is the advice? To that person, what is the advice? Yoga of action is superior to renunciation of action. Are you able to follow now? To that person who has not even understood this, what is the answer? Perform yoga for karma yoga is superior to sannyasa. Are you able to follow? Very, very important verse. Very, very important verse. Just as we discussed it, not hair splitting, hair pulling, and when we did the same verse in chapter 3, I remember telling that when we go to chapter 5, we will do the same thing again, but kekumbodu fresh ah irukum thirupi. I said it looks so, yeah, it looks so fresh now. Don't worry, 9th chapter la pogumbodhu idhe dhaan pesuvom, 13th chapter la idhe dhaan, and every time it will look so fresh, so fresh. Padmapatra ivam basa, avladhaan. Padmapatra ivam basa. Seriya? Are you able to follow? Sannyasa karma yogascha nishreya sakaravu bhav tayostu karma sannyasat karma yogo visishyate. Arjuna, karma yoga is superior, Arjuna. Why are you worrying about sannyasa yoga alla? Adu out of choice la avangalukku vandadu, not for you. So forget. Yeah, adu avangalukku varudhu, non detailed for you, non detailed study for you. Interest irundha you study. If you are not interested, don't study, because non detailed na enna artham? We have a book called non detailed, no? I don't know whether they have it now, but we used to have, no? Non-detail என்ன அர்த்தம்? Interest இருந்தா படிக்கலாம், இல்லைன்னா படிக்க வேண்டாம். Because questions அதுல இருந்து வராது. Correct? Questions will not come out of it. Therefore, you study, you don't study. The sannyasala non-detailed study, Arjuna, for you. If you are interested, study it. But then, what you should understand, Karma Yoga is superior to Jnana Yoga. Karma Yoga is superior to Jnana Yoga. A very practical advice given specifically to Arjuna types. Arjuna types means the vast majority. With this, we conclude verse number 2. Next, we move on to verse number 3. Next class. There are a few clarifications which I will take it up now. Vidya. When anger, I'm not able to understand what Vidya is asking. Unmute pannungo konja Vidya. Because when anger, happiness not happen, maybe some typo error. Yeah, yes, Vidya.
Sir, like you said, no, like if we choose anger or happiness,
Yes.
And like anger is not happening, we are always like stuck. Always it happens by itself.
Correct.
So if it happens in that way, like that is the stage of maturity, like
Yes.
when we are not a victim.
Yes. Yes.
That was the doubt, sir. And
Yes.
one more doubt was
The state of maturity is you, the emotions are out of your choice. That is maturity.
sure, sir.
Maturity means the emotions comes of your choice.
We should
This is
not
the
be
definition.
victim. We should not
You
be
are not a
victim of.
victim of it. You are not a victim of it.
Sure, sir. And meditation practices, like we are always into that. So, as you said, it's the last stage, but
Correct.
I'm confused whether to practice it or not, sir.
Not to practice. Confusion e kadayadu. There is no confusion at all.
Sure, sir.
There is no confusion at all. And I am looking into the profile of the companies. Placement. When I have to study for 10th board exams, I am looking into the profile of the companies for job placement. What you should do?
Getting, sir.
What you should do? Are you able to follow? What
Yes,
you should do, Vidya? Stop looking
Stop.
into the
Job profile.
Stop it. No. I'm not asking you, I'm saying this is what the knowledge says. Stop it. I'm also
Sure.
saying, stop it.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Karma Yogi, Chandralekha. Yeah, I have answered that. Karma Yogi will have attitude of doership. Yes. Raghu. Renounce Karma Yogi, renounce attachment to results of action. Correct. It's not there's no question here. The only question is from Vidya and Chandralekha. And Chandralekha I answered in the course of explanations. Yes, Srikanth. Srikanth, you have a question? Hi, Srikanth.
Yes, sir. Sir, we clearly are in the stage of Grihastha.
Yes.
But in...
We in the NU say to tell Parvala, it's okay. You have added me also in it. Okay.
I sir. I have come to Grihastha.
Yes.
After all this knowledge. So now practicing karma in right way, that is what is ought to be done, itself is what been that itself is a great clarification for us
Yes.
in this
Yes.
stage.
Yes.
So that itself is supporting a lot. So
Yes.
coming out of, as we have discussed earlier, coming out of lingering and visual thoughts itself is clearing a lot of desires and
Correct.
so whatever expectations we have. So one aspect I find after looking into this is like you speak about this superimposition.
Correct.
This has superimposed even our swadharma karma. We speak about first doing karma.
Yes.
It's swadharma karma or paradharma karma. That itself was a confusion. What is that we are involved in? Whether we are in swadharma karma or paradharma karma, where it is going to lead.
Correct.
But what I find is of these years of 44 years of thing, like I find still we find happiness in doing certain things, and still certain bliss is been experienced. It shows some swadharma karma is also being performed in between, but that is superimposed by the desires and the artha, what you are explaining.
Correct, Srikanth. Correct.
So now, at the stage of Grihastha, I can act at least like I don't have Artha Kama, or I will do Artha Kama.
Yes.
But still, family has all the expectations.
Yes.
So I need to work for that also.
Yes.
But I think like I need that Adhikaritvam to get into the other stage.
Yes. Correct.
So yesterday you gave a clarification.
Yes.
I need to have some maturity for that. But should I still wait from going to Grihastha to Karma Yoga stage, or because we have involved a lot of
Now,
in between.
Yeah. Now, what you need to do is a very relevant question. Very, very, very good question. At your level, I have to work and take care of the interests of the family. I have to do that. But what is Karma Yoga now? Mentally, I recognize that it is going to end at one point. I will end it at one point of time. That attitude.
Okay.
Even at 75, I will still not be sitting and working for the welfare of my grandchildren. Those who gave birth, let them take care.
Okay.
I'm not saying Venkatachalam should come back. Huh? I'm not saying that. So, a Grihastha is one who doesn't even recognize that it has to end at some point of time.
Mm-hmm.
A Karma Yogi is one who accepts that at my level, after I have reasonably attended to their welfare, it will come to an end. That mental conviction that I have to end it, and I will end it at one point of time itself is Karma Yoga. Are you able to follow? Which is what you need to do now, not in terms of leaving everything and starting for the Loka Sangraha. I have to understand what is it that you can do very relevant now. I say, when is enough? I have a cutoff point. Are you able to follow? I have a cutoff point and say, this much I have an obligation to my family. Cut off. And that's it. From now on, once I reach that point, no more of my time and energy is going to be spent on this. No more. I have to ensure that my daughter gets educated. After she gets educated, she starts living her life. That's it. I need not, even then I need not still sitting thinking and worrying about how is her married life. Is she living her married life right or wrong, good or bad? It is her problem now. Are you able to follow? I have a cutoff point. Why? Where people have the difficulty is We don't accept the fact that there is a cutoff point and we need to move away. We are so mentally caught up. Are you able to follow? We are so mentally caught up. So what you should do, Srikanth, is you have a, I'm not talking in terms of figures. I'm saying at one stage, I have done my duties here and I have to increase my circle of identification. It is over here na solrade we are not able to. Are you able to follow? Even when the other doesn't want us also, we go on imposing ourselves, no? Yeah.
Okay.
Jeevesh will say, Appa, I know what I am doing. I'm going to, no, you don't know what you are doing. I have to check. No, why do I have to do? Now you have to do. Poor fellow, he's a kid now. He's a kid now. Imagine your father doing it to you now. You will say, Appa, it's okay, Appa, relax. You will say, no. When you choose to relax, you are practicing Karma Yoga. When others tell you to relax, they are telling you, get lost. Yeah. Appa, you relax now, and it's a very polite way of saying, get lost. What is Karma Yoga? You tell yourself, I will have that. I will have a cutoff. Is it okay, Srikanth?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Sir, and
Yeah.
so now I keep things in moderation.
Yes.
For the family's desires.
Yes.
And have some objectives,
yes.
which of a higher value
yes.
for getting into the other stage.
Correct. Yes.
So might be in my line of activity, which will be totally different from others' activities.
Exactly correct. Yes.
But
yes.
I have you have given us a knowledge, but I feel it is like spreaded here and there.
Yes.
And I still feel there is a missing link or something like that where I cannot.
Yes, irukku nariya missing link irukku, Srikanth.
Yes, sir.
Yes, there is a lot of missing link. In the development of yogi, sannyasi, jnani, nikdan the thread pudichirukren. Today only I started the thread because he is talking about this yogi, sannyasi, jnaningra broad thread he has covered. Now what I am doing is using the yogi, sannyasi, jnani thread. I am breaking it up into I'm trying to break it up as much as we can. Abdinna, by the time we finish 7th, 8th verse, we will get some rough idea as to where we stand, what we do, what to do.
Okay.
Are you able to follow? He's catching the thread. Yogi, sannyasi, jnani, the thread only in chapter 5 he does. Nowhere else this thread comes.
Okay.
So in the thread use panni what I will do, yeah. அதனால தான் கொஞ்சம் என் கிளாஸ்ல ரொம்ப எலாபரேட்டா இருக்கு. அவர் ஒரு thread கொடுத்தாருன்னா இந்த thread புடிச்சு we try to break it up as much as we can accommodate. Today what is the thread I opened up? From a grihastha to a karma yogi to a sannyasi. Then what I will do? அந்த grihastha to karma yogi le இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் expand பண்ணுவோம். And then karma yogi to sannyasi ரொம்ப expand பண்ண மாட்டோம் because that is
superior stage.
Yeah, that is not so relevant now. Not that we need not know it. Non-detailed study மாதிரி we will do it sometime. அது எங்க வரும்னா 13th chapter 15th chapter போனா அது வரும். 13th 15th chapterல தான் அது வரும். Because we need that much of maturity to come there. So as we go along in the thread delay, I will try to split it up. Just as I split it up today, I split it up the next one also. Sure, yeah.
Okay, sir. But yeah, so you said it's going to come up.
Yes.
So I plan to try to ask some question. Many times I found the questions I asked earlier, it is answered in the flow in the classes.
That
now I think
up there,
it's happening. But should I get some guidance in my line of activity, where how to go for
Yes, yes, you should get.
okay,
You should get specifically separately.
from you.
Yeah.
I can call you separately.
Yes, yes, yes.
So that will be fine, sir.
Yeah. Last clarification and I conclude. Chandralekha. Do I have to completely give up family or give it secondary place and concentrate on welfare of the world? Very, very wonderful way of putting it. Secondary place and concentrate on the welfare of the world. Chandralekha is asking, she has articulated it very well. Do I have to completely give up family or give it secondary place and concentrate on welfare of the world? Give it. In the first stage of Karma Yoga, the family will be given a secondary place. I give it a secondary place and concentrate on the welfare of the world. When I say secondary place means more time I will spend on the activities for the welfare of the world, less time I will spend on the welfare of the family. These are the grades, which I will take it up when he is going to talk about the yogi and sannyasi segregation is going to talk. I will elaborate it in detail, but the way in which it is articulated is very well. Do I have to completely give up family or give it secondary place and concentrate on welfare of world? Give it a secondary place and concentrate on welfare of the world. Sannyasi says, the whole world is my family. There is no particular family I have. Are you able to follow? Sannyasi says, the whole world is my family. There is no particular family I have.
So there is identity with the family is still there in Karma Yoga.
Yes, it is there. It is very much there. It is very much there. The identity with the family is very much there in Karma Yoga. You cannot, if the identity with the specific family is not there, then the person has matured into sannyas. That's why the sannyasi says, Vasudhaiva Kudumbakam. The whole family, the whole world is
A family.
a family. Is it okay, ma?
Thank you, sir. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. This we conclude for today and we continue next. Venkatachalam. Oh, yeah. Thanks.